Welcome to the Anonymous Physio, where truth and fact come at the expense of fame and identity, in a world obsessed with being insta-famous. Today we focus on the myth that world's best evidence suggests that all patients should undergo 3 to 6 months of conservative or non-operative management following ACL injuries before any consideration of surgical management. A myth that some specialist and self-proclaimed expert physiotherapists make us believe is true through their repetitive postings in the media. Again, these claims are based around one study, the KANON trial. A study that these specialists and experts claim is of high quality and the best available evidence. However, have these so-called specialists and experts forgotten the hierarchy of evidence? To our knowledge, systematic reviews sit higher on the hierarchy than randomized control trials. A Cochrane review by Monk in 2016 found that whilst the KANON trial was deemed at low risk of selection and reporting biases, it was at high risk of performance and detection biases. This is due to the lack of blinding and an unclear risk of attrition bias because of an imbalance in the post-randomization exclusions. Overall, the quality of the KANON trial was deemed to be low, according to grade methodology. The reason behind this is that whilst the KANON trial may have initially started out as a randomized control trial in principle, it is ultimately no better than a case series. This is due to the fact that the conservative management group were given an option to cross over to surgery. By doing this, the authors have essentially taken all the non-responders from one group and placed them into a new group, whilst keeping both responders and non-responders in the surgical group. To explain this more simply, here is a picture of two symmetrical apples, which symbolize our two randomized groups in the KANON trial, whom are equally matched. Now if we cut one apple in half to signify the delayed surgical option in the conservative management group, we now have one apple and two half apples, which represents the three groups. What the KANON trial does though, is claims that whilst these groups still might look like an apple, because they were randomized well, that these three apples are the same in every shape and form. Which, as you can see, they clearly aren't. Therefore some might say that the KANON trial is no longer a randomized control trial but a glorified case series, and as Monk in 2016 concluded, we are uncertain of the reliability of this study's findings and should await the publication of further, less biased literature. But again, why is this not spoken about? As rational evidence-based practitioners, should we not present all truths and facts to our patients that we have in front of us? #SpreadTheTruth. Anonymous Physio out.